Good evening. There are also the English reporter or no?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Because normally I see always this manner. Good. Good evening. That match will be for us a good test, psychologically and physically. It will be important match for our player. Our players are familiar with English players because the majority of them regularly play against them in the Premier League, while the other play in Championship. This will be for us a good opportunity to grow in personality and to understand that it's always possible to get result even against stronger team. We know England is a strong team. Only play against this strong team, we can really evaluate our improvement. I have always wanted to play against England, also in the past, since Capello was manager, coach. But there was no opportunity at this time. I'm happy now to have this opportunity now. That the English team is led by a good friend of mine, Roy Otterson. Good. If you want to know the squad, we start with goalkeeper Ford. The defender line right is Coleman, O'Shea, St. Ledger, and Kelly. Right, Walters, McCarthy, Whelan, and McGeady. Up is Long and our captain. Okay, question, please.
How close was Mark Wilson?
Sorry,
Mark Wilson, how close was he?
Mark Wilson stava per essere incluso.
Mark Wilson is last training was a little bit injury, and he said, "I think I am already, but I wish no have a risk because I think it's important for our game in the qualify against Ferro. We will have the opportunity against the Georgia, also same Richard Dunn, to give them some time or little time to play and to check their fit condition."
Giovanni, as soon as Anthony Pilkington ruled himself out, did you decide against rank 5 in midfield?
Da quando si è ritirato Pilkington non è venuto in ritiro. Hai deciso, è stato in quel momento che hai deciso di non giocare con 5 giocatori?
Yes, because was a test against this team, this new situation, meet Robbie and Holland, for example. But in this moment, Holland also midfield, two strike. But Pilkington missing this the moment. We have the opportunity also in the second half change the system, but we can start with the strong balanced teams.
Giovanni, how strong do you think this England side is?
Quanto forte pensi sia questa squadra inglese?
Yesterday or before with you or the other, maybe I spoke with the other reporter. I set an example like the final I saw, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. This team is solid, it has balance, all players play in the Premier League, and the best team the Premier League. They are many times play together, they know their strength. But also us, I remember also many years ago when I was player, and also manager. England was always the same team, strong. But also one time in Italy, one time also in Leeds, we beat them. I will say our play this example. Sure, we know, all players know England players because play in Premiership, in Premier League. But in football, there are no 100% insurance. Certainties. And then I think we hope the good result, and we hope also to play a good match, also for this fantastic stadium. In the old stadium, I won the first Champions League with AC Milan against Benfica. And Benfica was 2-3 years, was the best level. That is football. Last year, Chelsea won against Real, so then it's one corner, goal, finish the game. Football is so. We need to think about all is possible in football.
Robbie, what time did you land today?
9:30 or 10 o'clock. Yeah, not too bad. Slept well on the 8 hours on the plane, so good.
Now, as soon as you landed, you were fine to start.
Yeah. I mean, I felt good, so I had no injuries, so got through Sunday's game, no problem. So obviously I had the ankle injuries in the last 5 weeks or so. So the last one with the right side with the national team against Austria, I missed, and then went back with the team and then missed another 10 days. 10 days later, I got an ankle sprain on the left one. So it's been certainly a frustrating 4 weeks for me. Not one of these people that like to sit in the physio room and doing some stuff in the gym. So it's nice to be back in the field. So obviously delighted to be here as well with the team. Yeah, it means a hell of a lot. I was at the game, when I was 14 when the last Irish game, we all know what happened then. So a kid in the stands. So I didn't think at this stage we'd have a chance to play England. So thankfully, I think this is probably a bit long coming, to be totally honest with you. I think it should have been happening maybe a good few years ago. For whatever reason, it hasn't happened to try and put everything to bed that happened, a long time ago. Don't remember too well, no. Obviously seen highlights of it, so it certainly was a special moment, and such a great guy as well, Quinny to score us. So as I said, the one that I do remember, obviously the one that we don't really want to remember too much of, but we still I think we got credit for that result as well, I think.
How did you persuade LA Galaxy to
I've heard this big fuss about this hullabaloo that's been going on, but trust me, it hasn't been that bad. It's they kind of made a decision kind of without sort of speaking to me, and then I just had a conversation with them, and then they realised that how much it meant to me to come and play, and it wasn't a big deal, and then realised after the next week we play against Boston away, which is on plastic pitch, which I wouldn't have played anyway because of the injuries that I've had. So the conversations we had with the physio. So it was no big deal, and for me asking because Bex went a few years ago to play in Gary Neville's testimonials. I didn't even know he went to play in that game, so that's total nonsense to be honest.
Bruce was helpful.
Very helpful. He was very helpful. Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Were there any discussions when you signed your new contract about availability for
No. You know exactly where I stand in that situation, so that's certainly not a problem.
Are you now playing home match tomorrow? They asked you to come off at half time or anything?
No. I'm here with the team till till the end of the game. So it's. I mean, I don't think it'd be realistic enough for me to probably play 90 minutes. I'm sure the manager will want to give people opportunities to play. So we have a big squad of players, and we have to respect everybody that's here and give people chances to play. So I'd say it'd be highly unlikely that I'll play 90 minutes.
Robbie, you mentioned 1995 there, and clearly you were there when you were 14, you said.
95
Really black night. Is there,
14
are you asking for a message for the fans maybe on both sides?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
The chanting and the singing, that's it.
listen, it happens in all games, doesn't it? You know, as long as it's friendly and it's done in the right manner. I mean, certainly we don't want anybody to cross that line, and we certainly don't want a repeat of what happened, you know, a long time ago. So we're very lucky with the national team. Since I've been with the team, the Irish fans have always behaved themselves very, very well. There's never ever been any problems, and I don't see that there will be tomorrow. So I think we have to move on from what happened a long time ago, and you know, this is a rivalry, but hopefully that's going to be a good rivalry. After the game, we'll be speaking about what a good game it was, rather than the nonsense that would happen after.
You said you wish the game had happened a while back to put it to bed.
Hai detto che avresti voluto che la partita si giocasse.
I don't, not just for me. I just think for both countries really. I think, believe it or not, I think now that certainly the countries do get on well. Whatever happened, you know, years and years ago, you know, that's hopefully in the past. And I think, me personally, I think it should happen maybe a good few years ago. But listen, it hasn't, so there's no point in even talking about it. But hopefully, after this now, it can be good, and we can certainly have a rivalry for a good few years to come. And play against each other many times, and hopefully it's all done in a good way.
Robbie, when you look at the two sides from 95, interesting teams, and you could probably say that the Irish team could match that English team player for player. Would it be fair to say that the gap in quality has widened a bit since then, that probably a little bit?
Se guarda la squadra che ha giocato.
Yeah, I mean, certainly on paper, you would suggest that, you know. But I mean, on our day, we can give anybody a game. I think with the spirit that we have, and the heart that we have, and how much it means to us to play for our country. So certainly on paper, you wouldn't question that. They've got, you know, a lot more players to choose from than what we have.
L'impegno dei nostri giocatori, ma è vero che l'Inghilterra ha molta più scelta di noi. Che cosa ti ricordi di quando?
Well, I think the same as everyone else. I was behind the goal, and it was just to the left of me. When everything happened, and obviously all the riots started, so I was sort of swiftly moved out by my brother and my uncle at the time. So certainly that's the first time I've seen anything like that. When I used to go to all the Ireland games, and that's the first I've seen of that. So listen, it wasn't nice to see, but it's happened, and hopefully, you know, there won't be a repeat of that ever again.
Speriamo che non si ripeta mai.
Do you think the two countries have moved on?
Yeah, certainly.
Che i due paesi siano
Definitely.
cresciuti.
I think in every aspect they have. And hopefully tomorrow we can. I think both countries can show that with the support that they show the teams, but in a obviously behaved way.
But the supporter grow, and also the culture grow. Changes the past many years ago. There is also the FIFA, UEFA make a great job in fair play. I think also the people know this. We saw in Germany, we saw in every country in the past happened this situation. I play football in this time. I was in Germany, I was at the other country. There is the same situation. Here maybe a little bit bad, but also in our country. But now it's many years is change the culture, change the sport culture, change the people culture, change the football culture. They have respect, also the team have respect. That's, I said the example Dortmund against Bayern. That also we can forget this time and not speak about all this time, the past.
Giovanni, will you have to give any sort of team talk tomorrow, or will motivation look after itself?
Domani avrai bisogno di parlare con la squadra prima di entrare in campo, o pensi che ci sia già abbastanza motivazione?
Sure, for this situation, no, sure.
No, in generale.
For
generale.
Yeah, like the great competition against the other teams, also against Croatia, against in Euro, was same. Is a game. Thank God, it's a friendly game. It's only a great opportunity. Show us against this great team how it's possible we play football also like them or our football.
Giovanni, can I ask you, it's an unusual position for an end of season friendly.
È una
To
posizione
almost overshadow what's going to be a very important World Cup qualifier.
È una situazione un po' particolare, perché questa è un'amichevole di fine stagione che però è più importante in realtà di una partita di qualificazione per i mondiali.
Yes,
Non
I
pensi
said
che
will
questa sarà
be
più amichevole?
will be my duty check this situation because we start with the team and I promise also the other player we have 6 change and then Robbie was okay, we can see help him also. Our aim is watch about the Pharaoh and all players play a very tough season. They have a tough season in this, and then I know this. Many also play, start the game, but I am sure I have to preserve them for the energy for the Pharaoh. With 6 change, I think we can do this.
Stessa domanda per Robbie. Perché questa è una partita così importante?
Yeah, exactly. I think the players have a duty as well to control themselves as well. You know, we know it's a big game for, you know, because a rivalry and the bragging rights between a lot of players. A lot of players are friendly with each other. So, as I said, we've got a bigger game against the Pharaohs, you know, on the 7th. So we have to be certainly in the back of our mind looking towards that. But we have to be clever as well, you know.
Have you mentioned it a couple of times that it's still a rivalry? Most derbies, it's because the teams play each other quite regularly, 18 years. Has that diminished it at all? Is it kind of...
No, I think it's probably built. I think it's probably built it up. So hopefully this will be a start of even a bigger rivalry where, as I said, mentioned before, we can play on a regular basis if everything goes as well as everybody in this room and the whole country in Ireland and here wanted to go. So it's hopefully it'll be a good friendly rivalry.
Robbie, you've also just scored your first hat-trick in the MLS as well. Off the back of that, is it good for your personal confidence that you come into a game with this back in the first ball? You know it's going to be something to
Yeah, as a striker, you're judged in scoring goals. So, but for me, it was just nice to be back playing. To be honest with you, as I said before, it's been frustrating 4 weeks for me. So it's been on and off, as I mentioned before. So just to be back in these last few weeks and played 3 games in 2 weeks. So feel fairly sharp, and as I said, it's always nice to score goals. If you're going into games without scoring, you know, there is in the back of your mind a little bit. So you know, after coming off a hat-trick is obviously good for my confidence.
Giovanni, how strong he thought this England team was. That golden generation we talked about, that you played with a lot of those players, that's gone now. How strong do you feel this New England side is?
Yeah, they're very strong. I mentioned before, they have so many players that they can pick from. We don't have the luxury, to be honest with you. So you know, they have one of the best players probably out, Stephen Gerrard. He was injured, but they have so many players that you can just pick from any team in England. So they're a very, very strong team, but we're well aware that they have quality players going throughout the squad. Players on the bench and players who haven't been called up. So No, they're a good side. It's a good test for us. I think it's important for us to pick our brains against probably the top 10 teams in the world to see where we are. We know we struggled certainly struggled in the Euros against the top teams. So I think it's important for us to over the years, the next few years or so, to be playing against these stronger teams.
Adesso l'occasione buona per valutare la situazione.
Halfway around the world, stepped off a plane, you ready to play 90 minutes. There's clearly no issue, there's no question when it comes to
eppure sei arrivato, sei già pronto
Are you
a
surprised at
giocare,
the
quindi
level of
ovvio che
politics that seems to go hand in hand
non ci sono
with
problemi,
what should be
tu arrivi
routine
e
selections
giochi.
for England? It always seems that there's so much goes on
Invece per
around it.
l'Inghilterra non
with
ti sembra
picking
che sia un po'
players, the
troppo
politics
politica
of
la
it.
selezione dei
Manager didn't
giocatori?
get in touch with his camp, didn't talk to
I
his agent,
GT
didn't talk to that
deve
person.
parlare
Does
con gli
that
agenti,
surprise
con
you?
questo, con quell'altro. Ti sorprende?
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean,
Stai dietro la
it's
selezione per la nazionale
for me it's fairly simple.
mentre invece tu sei fondamentalmente
I want to play for my country
che
more than anything, and it still means as much to me now as it did when I made my debut at 18 years of age. So, and that has certainly never changed. I can never understand why players do not want to play for the country. I find that very hard to to take in, but that's only my personal view on that. People have their own reasons why they won't turn up, or say they're injured, or say they're not injured, or whatever. I can't understand it, to be honest with you.
So it comes above everything for you. If you,
Quindi
no matter
per
what
te
the
personalmente giocare in nazionale viene prima di tutto. A te se ti chiamano,
I've always, since I've been in the squad,
per me è sempre stato così,
every
da quando
game
sono
I'm picked,
in nazionale,
if I'm
ogni volta che sono stato
genuinely injured, I think I've missed many games, to be totally honest with you. I missed them through injuries. I certainly know some players over the years that I've played with,
per infortunio.
would prefer not to, meet up with the national team. Me personally, I find it hard to believe.
So so what did you make of particularly the Rio Ferdinand situation? What did you?
Che cosa pensi
your
della
reading into
situazione
that?
di Rio Ferdinand, per esempio?
But you have to understand from Rio's point of view, he's such a well-respected player and probably still one of the best defenders in the world. So he made his choice. He probably maybe went about the wrong way, or the manager did. I'm not really too sure. As you said, the politics behind that. So I played with Rio, at Leeds, and a great lad. I know how much it means to him to play for his country. But whatever happened between him and Roy Hodgson, that's something that you're going to have to ask them. So one thing I do know that England are missing probably one of the best defenders in the world.
L'unica cosa che posso dire è che l'Inghilterra manca uno dei migliori difensori al mondo.
Supporters might seem tomorrow night, should England be more concerned about the quality they'll face on the pitch?
Yeah, hopefully that'll be the case. I think all the English players certainly know, they're well aware of every Irish player. So I think with a manager like Roy Hodgson, he'll certainly let the players know that they're going to be in for a tough game tomorrow. So hopefully it'll be a great game for everybody to see, and hopefully we can come out on top.
Speriamo di vincere.
How big an upset would it be if Ireland were to win England?
I mean, it'll probably be upset, but I wouldn't say it'd be a massive upset. I think we're coming here thinking that we can certainly win the game. I know it's a friendly game, but you're still playing for your country at the end of the day, so you want to win every game they're involved in. But we're quite capable of coming here and certainly win the game. If people see it as an upset, so be it.
Se l'Irlanda vincesse,
Giovanni,
penso che sarà un problema.
Richard Donald, any chance of making the bench tomorrow night, or is it Georgia?
No, tomorrow no.
Richard Dunn sta in panchina domani.
Tomorrow no.
Georgia,
Per
possibly.
la Georgia.
Yes. Tomorrow no.
Giovanni, you've chosen Matt Walters.
Hai scelto Mark Walters.
Did you consider at all any one of the other wingers, perhaps Brady?
Hai scelto Walters, hai preso in considerazione.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Hai preso in considerazione.
Who's Mark Walters?
Ma perché lui l'ha chiamato Mark Walters.
Sure, he's retired a long time ago, no?
I corrected you immediately.
He's still chopping people
I
in the wing.
choose also McGeady.
No, ha detto se
I
hai
choose
preso in
also-
considerazione Brady.
I choose also McGeady. Then
Hayden.
I many times say to you about there is football, the league, the national league, personality, and also heavy, peso,
Di cosa?
athletic, heavy,
Weight.
weight.
Physical weight. of the
I
players.
spoke about in Wembley here. I saw Bayern and Dortmund. Davy deserve the same personality, the same national players. The Dortmund and the international football. You have to think about. The first question was the old Irish player team was very strong. Very strong. Also, I was also manager in Juventus. So when we play against the Irish player, because was strong, was a personality. They play in the first team, the England team. There was Irish player. It's different. When you have 70 kilo against 18.5 kilo, this push. The referee go. The referee know what. Wait you. Go. In England or in Germany, the football go. Also, there is the foul. The referee, no, 5 foul, the football go. Then, I'm joking now, but
Io peso meno di 80 kg.
I'm joking now, but the balance is very important. Physically, technically, attitude, mentality, in 90 minutes, that is very important. International football.
Chief Benny, you see a parallel between this game and the game 2 years ago against Italy in Liège?
Puoi fare un paragone tra la partita di domani e la partita che hai giocato 2 anni fa contro l'Italia a Liège?
In the moment, no. Because as Robbie said, that's okay. In this moment, we had, I think, we had the top, the performance, the top, the experience in
Credo che intenda a livello
this.
di rivalità. You mean
Yes.
in terms of rep?
In terms the two teams. We had in this time we had more experience and more personality. Now we change. We change 80 players in this squad, and then obviously it's a little bit different. I couldn't make an example or a test. This is different, but we have to do what you can do, because I think we can do. Also the last game against Austria, 92 minutes. I say to you, I repeat, when a little bit experience, like 2 years ago, sure, finished 2-1 because Duff, because the other, because Dan, sure, it's finished the game. Freaky, finished, 92, 37 seconds, finish. Experience is important.
Giovanni,
Yep.
Sir Giovanni, have you noticed in the build-up to this game, in
notato
training and around the
negli
hotel,
allenamenti
have
prima
you
di questa
sensed
partita, negli
that this
allenamenti, ti sei reso conto del fatto che questa amichevole significa molto di più per gli irlandesi che di qualsiasi altra amichevole che hanno giocato contro?
Yes, but it's the manager jobs is also. I had the team, the final, the Champions League final. When there is a little bit tense with players, I don't need give them more pressure or tense, because the player has already little bit worry and tense. If you give other heavy, usually is very, that is my great experience. All the team, the players know. The play just know what happened and what is the game. I have to give them confident trust. It's important. If you give them pressure, so they go in pitch, so the ball is fire. It's no ball, is fire. Fire?
Hot.
You understand? Hot. I have to give them assurance and trust, and we can play, because also yesterday, when I see our team play, it's not the first time I say to you, I am happy because we have the quality pressing. It's changed the creative and the technical. We have the good technical, we have good, it's important, show us our personality, that is important. Show us our personality, because we play quickly, we play precision, we precision. Then it's important we not think about that this is England or it's I couldn't play against my famous player because I was a little against Pelé, against Eusebio, against Cruyff, against this I played. I don't think this was the big. I thought I am players. That is important.
Giovanni, Ireland are unbeaten in the last 4 games against England, stretching back to 1985.
4 partite che non perdiamo contro l'Inghilterra dal 95.
Good. I hope so. In Italy, usually the sentence is no 4 without 5. No, one more. Okay, say.
What sort of confidence booster would it give to the squad for the games against the Faroes and Spain if you could get a
Vincere
result
questa
tomorrow
partita,
night as
comunque
well?
ottenere un buon risultato in questa partita, pensi che dia una buona spinta, un buon impeto
I
alla
think,
squadra per le prossime partite?
sure. I think will be important. We have trust and confidence about what you can do, because I already said, okay, England is all the team play, all players playing in Premier League. We are playing Championship, but it's not this. It's important. The good result is trust and confidence. We can play. Show us we can play also against this, because they play also in this league. They play in Championship. It's always English football. We are not to think this. I will say this our player. It will be why I say we can evaluate our personality, increase our personality, because you must think this. There is one ball. Or you have the ball, or I have the ball. That is my philosophy. It's not offensive or not defensive. There is one ball in pitch, only one ball. And we have to think this ball. When we have the ball, we can play. And when the other have the ball, we can take the ball the other.
Robbie,
Did
just ask
you
you, sorry.
Robbie, just ask you mentioned the bragging rights earlier. Is there anyone in particular you would be wanting to work with if Ireland were to win tomorrow night?
No one certainly in particular. Obviously, I've got certainly a lot of friends that's in England, so more so probably them really than anybody else on the team.
Robbie, would it be fair to say that maybe international football means more to Irish players because a lot of players don't play in Champions League where they obviously do for English players. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, England, guaranteed mostly to qualify for for every tournament. Well, they have for a long time. So for them, they're sort of used to playing in these big games. For us, it comes every 10 years or so. So it's completely different for us. So as you said, most of the players are used to playing in Wembley and playing in finals and playing Champions League big games and playing against in World Cups and European Championships. So probably does mean more towards you.
Robbie, you played a lot of big games in your career. Rate this one tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously a massive one. So I might even get to write my own book now.
Okay, on that note,
Robbie, just you're obviously familiar with the English centre halves. Does it make it a little bit easier when you're going up against them?
Yeah, it's always good to play against players that you've played against over such a long time. Players who you're kind of used to playing against, exactly how they play. But I mean, it works both ways, doesn't it? So they would know me as well as I know them. So well, I certainly look forward to the game. It's always good, as I said, to play against these players that I've played against for such a long time. Obviously, haven't for the last few years, so I'm certainly looking forward to it.
okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, lads.
Okay.
Ho perso la battuta che ha fatto lui, adesso aveva la gli stavo parlando.